Good morning, students, and welcome to our intro to photosynthesis. My name is Zachary van Bemmel. I will be guiding you to four main parts, namely our introduction, which you are watching now, the equation that will follow this video, the importance of photosynthesis, and then the variables that actually have effect on the process. But first, we need to get into what photosynthesis actually is. It looks like a process through which organisms convert light energy into chemical energy, producing glucose and oxygen from inputs such as carbon dioxide and water. So you might ask, what is the importance of photosynthesis in of itself? Well, this is the main process that makes organic molecules out of inorganic materials. It is responsible for the start of every food chain, as it is actually what autotrophs use to create their own food source. So one of the byproducts of photosynthesis is also mainly oxygen, which essentially we all know is needed for all types of life. What does photosynthesis look like though? It is when plants use sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide into glucose. That same glucose is then what is used for plants to grow and perform life functions, as well as sustain the organisms who feed on plant matter. So essentially the autotrophs, which are the plants, create their own food source, and then the heterotrophs that feed on these plants are also dependent on the cycle of photosynthesis. So in essence, the autotrophs will create the glucose, which the heterotrophs then consume, fulfilling the food chain. In our next video on this channel, you will see the direct equation that is used during photosynthesis, and the importance of that will also be explained. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Greetings and methodology. My name is DCP. The word about P, just listen. So today I'm going to be walking you guys through the chemical equation of photosynthesis. Did you know that plants and animals have a mutual relationship? By mutual relationship, I mean by plants produce oxygen, which we breathe in, and we release carbon dioxide, which plants take in. And we also water the plants so that they can grow. So those two, are the requirements of photosynthesis to okay. And the third one is sunlight, which we humans can produce, but you know that it's produced by the sun itself. So carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight are requirements of photosynthesis, and that leads us to the chemical equation of photosynthesis. So the chemical equation of photosynthesis, we find carbon dioxide, water, and that gives us glucose and oxygen. So the mutual relationship that we have with plants is that they give us oxygen and glucose, and we give them water and carbon dioxide. So this is the chemical equation of photosynthesis. As you can see, it's carbon dioxide, water, and they give us glucose and oxygen that we consume to make this. And then this is chemically represented. This is carbon dioxide, this is our water, and this is our glucose, and this is oxygen. As you can see, it is balanced, but the question is, how do we balance the chemical equation? If you can come to the right hand side, you see that there's 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygen. So we need to make sure that what we find on the left is also on the right. So with the 6, we have to come back and put the 6 so that there can be 6 carbons on the left, as there is 6 carbons on the right. And then we go back to the hydrogens, 12 hydrogens. We need to come back and make sure that there's equal number of hydrogen in both sides, which means we put the 6 times 2 is 12. So that means we have equal number of hydrogens and carbon on the right and also on the left. And then we go back to oxygen. On the right we have 12, 2 times 6 oxygens, and we come back to that 6 we put for carbon also qualifies for oxygen. Therefore 6 times 2 is 12, then we have equal number of atoms in both sides. Thank you for being my audience. So please aid and views on the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Hello guys, my name is Akele, my surname is Sita. So today we're gonna be looking at the importance of photosynthesis. How photosynthesis is important. Number 1, it releases oxygen. How is that oxygen important? We all know that all living organism requires oxygen for survival. So photosynthesis plays a crucial role in providing us with oxygen. How does it provide us? During the photosynthesis process, the plants release its oxygen to the atmosphere. Number two, it also helps to regulate the carbon dioxide. So photosynthesis regulates carbon dioxide from the atmospheric, and that also play a crucial role in carbon cycle. Why? Because it also regulates the global warming and the climate change. So photosynthesis also acts as the primary food source because it produces glucose, which is the foundational energy source. How does it produce the food? Photosynthesis converts the solar energy into a chemical energy, which is glucose. So if the plant stopped undergoing photosynthesis, they will no longer be able to produce glucose, which is the food they require to grow and survive. This means that plants will eventually die. So without plant producing oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, the oxygen in the atmosphere will fall down. So in the next video, we're going to be learning about the variable affecting the rates of photosynthesis. So please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
My name is We'll be taking a quick scan of variables affecting the rate of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis doesn't always happen at the same speed. Sometimes plants grow fast and other times they slow down. This is because the rate of photosynthesis is affected by certain environmental factors, also known as limiting factors. In this video, I will be explaining 4 main factors that affect how fast photosynthesis takes place. There is the number 1, it is light intensity. Light provides the energy needed for photosynthesis. When light intensity is low, photosynthesis happens slowly. As light intensity increases, the rate of photosynthesis also increases. However, this only happens up to a certain point. Once the plant reaches its maximum rate, adding more light won't increase photosynthesis because another factor becomes limiting. Carbon dioxide concentration also affects the rate of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is one of the raw materials needed to make glucose. When there is little carbon dioxide available, photosynthesis happens slowly. As the concentration of carbon dioxide increases, the rate of photosynthesis also increases until the plant has enough. After that point, increasing carbon dioxide further has no effect unless another factor is increased. We're going to look at the third factor, which is temperature. Photosynthesis is controlled by enzymes, and enzymes work best at an optimum temperature, usually between 25 and 35 degrees Celsius. As temperature rises towards this optimum, the rate of photosynthesis increases. If the temperature gets too high, the enzyme denature and the rate drops. If it's too cold, enzymes works very slow. And last but water availability. Synthesis, when plants don't get enough water, their stomata close to prevent water loss. This also reduces carbon dioxide intake, slowing photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, it is affected by light intensity, carbon dioxide concentration, temperature, water availability.